Come on! Come on. Sorry about that. Lost my cameraman again. He's there now though. You alright? Good. Okay, you got me? Good, good, good. Right, good afternoon. Welcome back. Gel's Kitchen once again. We're going to do something we haven't attempted before. We're going to do a fish pie. A Colcannon fish pie. Colcannon is an Irish twist on the fish pie, which involves cabbage and leeks. So, let's go with the ingredients. Right, Clive, ingredients. To start with, you're going to need 1 tablespoonful of vegetable oil. 300 ml of milk, ordinary full fat milk. And what you're going to do with that milk is take 3 tablespoons of cornflour and put 4 tablespoons of the 300 ml of the milk into the cornflour to make a paste. So we've pre-done that as part of the ingredients to make the paste. So that's 3 tablespoons of cornflour, 4 tablespoonfuls of the milk that you measured out, the 300 ml, to make a paste. 300 ml of chicken stock. You can use fish stock or chicken stock, doesn't really matter. But I've used chicken stock because I've got no fish stock. Okay, main ingredients. Any supermarket will sell you a fish pie mix. You need 390 grams. It's not set in stone, 390. I've used a little bit more. I've added to that. It was a 340 gram pack. So I bought another piece of salmon to add to it. That's got smoked haddock, ordinary haddock and salmon in it. So it's a pack, fish pie pack that you can buy from your fishmonger or your fishmonger in the supermarket. Okay, 1 onion diced up. 500 ml of leeks, that's 2 large leeks, so I've diced those up, just slice them up, 2 leeks into 2 portions. So 500 ml of leeks into 2 portions. A savoy cabbage, now just take 4 large leaves off the outside of the savoy cabbage and slice them nice and finely. So that's 4 large savoy cabbage leaves. 50 gram of mature cheddar cheese, grated. And then always some finely ground black pepper and some salt to season. Now, the fish pie is going to go in this pie dish. You can have oval ones, anything really. It needs to be at least 1.5 litres. I mean, that's probably about a 2 litre one, so that will hold everything great. Finally, potatoes. You're going to need 600 grams of Maris Piper potatoes and just cube those up, just dice them up and put them in some cold water. So that's it, I think we've got all the ingredients there. Fine. Okay, we'll start the process. Okay, the first thing you need to do is set your oven up. And you need to set it for 180 degrees centigrade fan, 200 degrees normal oven or gas mark 6. So we'll do that first. That's 180 on my oven, which is a fan. Now remember your potatoes, which have been soaking in cold water. It gets rid of the starch. Drain them off, then refill your pan with water and add some salt. So, what we need to do with these first of all is boil them up on the hob. So we stick those on the hob, get them up to a simmer and boil them for about 15 minutes till they're tender. So that's the first thing you need to do. Just while the potatoes are coming up to boil, just a bit of information about the dish. It's a little extra I'm putting in really. It's going to serve 4 people, about 4 people. And it works out at £1.89 per portion, which is very reasonable for a fish pie. And also the calorie count. you're going to use up 470 calories per portion. Again, very healthy. So there you go, a little bit extra to the video this week. Okay, the potatoes have just been boiling, just simmering I should say, just coming up to being tender, about 15 minutes. So what we're going to do now is add one of the leeks. So you've got 2 leeks, 500 grams, 250 grams each portion. So put in 1 leek. And also your 4 savoy cabbage leaves which have been sliced up, we'll put those in now. So we just bring that back up to the boil and simmer them away for about 3 to 4 minutes. Right, that's been 4 minutes just to blanch the veg if you like. Just a note on the saucepan that we're using over there, make sure you got yourself a nice large saucepan because it's going to take the 600 grams of the potatoes, the cabbage and the quite large 1 leek as well. So make sure your saucepan is big enough. Now what I'm going to do is get a good sized colander and we're going to drain this off and just leave it to one side, just put it to one side. So we'll do that now. So there we go, just in the colander, draining away and just put it to one side. Right, now, Clive, if I could bother you, I want you to take over all these ingredients and put it to the side there. Right, okay, good lad. Put it to the side and we're going to take the camera over to the hob so we can start the next phase. Thank you, Clive. Thank you for that, Clive. Very efficient. I've got to say this Clive's working out rather well actually. He's coming on no end. So, here we are at the hob. We're going to need a nice deep-sided frying pan, my favourite one. We've used it before. Get yourself one of these, especially with a lid. The lids are great. Okay, so put the heat on. Got it nice and hot. And we start off with 1 tablespoonful of the vegetable oil in the pots, and we'll put it to one side. Heat that up. Let's just spread it around a little bit. So we need the onions. So we bung in, or whack in, as I say, the onions. There it goes, that sound. We love that. Remember, that sound equates to taste. So, onions in. And the other leek. So we put these on a high heat and we need to fry these down for about 5 minutes. Okay, that's been about 5 minutes. It's just to get them softened down, get a bit of taste into them. So 4 to 5 minutes, and now we're ready to add, first of all, the stock. The milk. And the cornflour. Now make sure you just remix the cornflour because it would have stuck to the bottom of the milk mixture. So just give that a bit of a stir and in that goes. Now, you need to bring this up to a boil and turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 6 to 8 minutes so it thickens up. So we'll come back a little later. Right, been 6 to 8 minutes, and what's happened there is the sauce with the cornflour, the milk and the cornflour, has thickened this up into a lovely creamy consistency, and that's what we're looking for. Beautiful, and already smell lovely aromas coming off there. Now we need to add the fish next, and also one more ingredient that I forgot to put on at the start of the video. It's 200 grams of frozen peas. So 200 grams of frozen peas, which I've already measured in the fridge. Just bung those in. Escape there, and also the fish mixture. So in with the fish mixture, and we just stir all that together. Okay. And now time for a bit of seasoning. So, salt, a pinch more, just about right, and some ground black pepper. There we go, and that's basically a fish pie filling. So, Clive, we're going to go back over to the cooking station and we're going to transfer this into the fish pie dish. So, let's go over there. Thank you, Clive. Here we are back at the cooking station. Now, you need a 1.5 litre pie dish, and all we're going to do is put mixture into the base of the pie dish. There we go. I think we've got a bit too much there, but it's always best to have a bit too much than a bit too less. So there we go. That's your pie mixture into the pie dish. Right, to put the topping on, your drained veg, your potatoes, your savoy cabbage and the other leek. So what we need to do with these is just to give them a bit of seasoning, generously. Some grated black pepper. And just mash that together with a masher. This is the Colcannon part of it, which is the Irish part of it. That's it. All mashed together. Right. Spoon. And just spread it on top. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Probably got more than what we need, but never mind. There we go. There's your pie. And finally, get your grated cheddar and sprinkle that on top. Looking good. I think just a little more black pepper. And we're done. So this has got to go in the oven. So it's going to go in for 30 minutes. 30 minutes should be beautiful. And it's been about 30 minutes, so it's time for the fish pie to come out of the oven. Gloves. Here we go. Right, oven off. Oh, that's hot. Oh, lovely, lovely. And it's just going a little brown on the top with the cheese. Hope you can all see that. Little to the camera. We'll take a photograph as well. And there we have it. Colcannon fish pie. Never had it before. Let's have a try. Little bit from the corner, I think. It's going to be a bit hot though. There we go. Fork. Fish pie. Very hot, probably needs to cool down a bit. Little comment, it is my first attempt. Very healthy, very tasty. A little bit more seasoning, I think. So a little bit more salt when you're seasoning, and you should just be about perfect. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a nice evening and see you next time.